Hey guys, welcome back to the Peptide Pulse. I am Dr. Adam Boender. I am the peptide researcher. And, in the last few episodes, I've done a lot of solo episodes. We've kind of hit really hard on, science and honestly regulation and the things that have been happening within the peptide world right now. But as you know, from the beginning, the creation of the Peptide Pulse has been about real life stories, transformation, and it's not just peptides. It's about what peptides are doing as a tool in combination of other modalities. And I am super excited today because I have talked about this person on stage. I've actually written about her in my book that's going to be coming out here very soon in the next few months, called The Peptide Code. But the guest that I have today, I'm going to talk to her really just like she's my sister. Well, it's because she is my sister, and her journey and her story, it's about transformation. This is her, what I like to call it's her hero's journey. It's where she was to where she is now, and that story in between, and how did peptides play a role within that? So I'm super excited to bring that to you today. So I have my sister here with me, sitting next to me, the one, the only, Leah Heidemann.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Welcome. Are we gonna have some fun?
Oh, always.
Always?
Yeah.
Well, not always. I mean, we are siblings. We've had a couple fights here and there, and arguments, and all those fun things, right?
Well, not since we were little.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know. You've been a huge advocate for me, what I do, and you listen to everything I say, which is incredible. But no, I really am. I'm excited to have you here because, quite honestly, and you may not know this, but your story, from what I've been able to share on multiple stages all over the world, has transformed other people's lives, helped practitioners to even implement programs for their clients. And because of that, a lot of what I helped you with, they've, in a sense, redone that and taken that and transitioned it into their practice to help others. So I'm just excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
That.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and this episode really, I'm probably going to cry. I'm probably going to tear up. Something's going to happen. I know that it will because it's my heart. You're my sister. I love you, and see, it's already happening.
Oh, brother.
And but we all deserve a great life. We all deserve to heal. We all deserve to live the life that we actually, in a sense, we dream up and we think of, especially when it comes to our health. And too often, I think we live in a world where, we're told we're just going to be sick. We're told that we're going to suffer. We're told it's just your age. We're just told these things. In fact, it's like it's embedded into us constantly. But when people can take that and shove it out of the way and just know that they have the ability to heal and restore and replenish, that's powerful.
Yeah.
And so it just means a lot. And that you're sitting here right now because you do have a story.
Yeah.
And I would love for you to share. I'm gonna be asking some questions, but we're just gonna go off the riff here because I love that. I love the real life transformation here. But tell me a little bit about, before you even started taking peptides, take me back to like early 2024. Okay. So a couple of years back, before you started doing anything, walk me through a normal day in your life.
Right. None of it was really normal, but I had been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I chronic pain all the time, to the point where I couldn't even walk. My weight was out of control. It was a running joke with my friends and I'd always say, "Oh, I'm so swollen," but it was just all the inflammation that I had, and I just never felt like I was in my skin. And I was always told, "There's nothing we could do for you. There's nothing we can do to help you. This is just the way it is. Take an ibuprofen, take a Tylenol, whatever the case may be." And I wasn't happy with that. I wasn't satisfied with that answer. So I kept trying to find all these things, over-the-counter stuff, all those, weight loss pills and, you know, anything that I could find, spending tons of ridiculous money on things that just never worked. And if anything, it made things worse for me. And I was just miserable. I was a miserable person. I felt like I wasn't the mother I needed to be. I felt like I wasn't the wife I needed to be, the daughter, the sister, the friend. I wanted to, well, I'm going to start crying now. I wanted to just hide in a hole. And I did not feel like I was living the life that I was supposed to be living until I started doing these peptides. And it's been outrageously helpful for me, and I can't stop talking about it to other people. To me, it's like a bread and butter situation. Like, these are things I have to have in my home, because it's completely transformed my life for the better. My marriage has gotten better. My relationship with my kids, I don't hurt. I can actually work. I can go work out now. I couldn't before. You know, even keeping a job, because I couldn't keep a job before because it was so painful to do this or do that. And I had to call in sick, and it was just not feasible for me. And now I feel like I'm in the skin that I want to be in, and I am comfortable with myself, and I feel so much happier. And I am so grateful to have the opportunity you've given me to accomplish this and have this.
Wow. You're going to make me cry. But well, I do want to say this, and you say an opportunity. I mean, I have an understanding of what peptides do. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know that you were suffering the way that you were when you came to me and started talking to me about this. I can't even remember the moment. You're just like, what do I need to do? What do I need to take? And just for that too, I mean, I say this a lot, but it's not just the peptides. There were other things that we implemented, like, again, the food that you ate, the exercising, but you were even at a point where you couldn't even get out to walk. Mm-mm. And I know you live by Mom and Lindsay, you know, so one of the other sisters. Yeah. No, I have 3 sisters, by the way. 3 sisters. I'm an only boy.
He loves it.
It's, but I've shared this story so many times, and it just, I mean, it hits me every time, because, I mean, when you would say, like, you were telling me, like, I was depressed. I just wasn't living the life, and it affects your marriage and all these things. But if you were to say, like, you told me before we did this, we talked about, you know, what can I ask you? You're like, I'm an open book. Just ask anything.
Whatever you want.
And those of you that don't know, she's a mother of 2. And I mean, you're going all the time. I mean, you are
going. There's like never a dull moment. Weekends are full. Weeks are full. It's a 6 a.m. till 6 p.m, and then I hit the bed. Yeah.
So I do have a question. I'm just going to ask you this. Like, what was your smallest secret? Like, the thing that you were hiding that nobody would have even thought was a big deal during this time?
When I was low and I mean, I wasn't happy with myself, so therefore, I mean, my depression was at a all-time high, and there'd be moments where I'd be like, you know, maybe if I just went away and everything would be fine for everybody else, because I felt like I was bringing everybody else down with me. So that's probably the biggest secret, because I was so miserable with my life. So, yeah.
Well, okay.
We should have got Kleenexes when we did this.
Yeah, we should have. You can here's my shirt.
Oh, thanks.
Shirt if you need to.
Oh, thank you.
And that's a real thing. And that's like, I didn't even know that. I just knew that you were depressed. I knew that you didn't feel happy. It's hard because there are so many people that are suffering out there. And I guess that's my thought is, if this episode could reach one person that lets them know, and yes, this is the Peptide Pulse, but it's more than peptides. It's about finding solutions that are actually simple solutions to transform your life. And that's really like where we go. And you had seen multiple doctors going through this too, doctor after doctor after doctor,
test after test. It was.
And what was the typical, like, was there something that a doctor said to you once where you're just like, you know what, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm done with listening to what you're saying, and I need to find something different.
Yeah.
Do you have a moment like that kind of just?
Yeah. Like, well, even with like the depression and anxiety, then it was ADHD, and then it was, oh, maybe you have Lyme's, or maybe you have, lupus or whatever. I'm like, I am so tired of doing all these tests and figuring this out. Or it's like, oh, you having these aches and you probably need to have surgery for this, or PT for this. And it's just like, none of this is helping me. None of this is useful. And I just kind of had enough. And I'm like, no more. I couldn't do it anymore. It was very frustrating, extremely frustrating.
How many years were you suffering?
Gosh, I don't know, maybe since 2020. I don't know. It's been so long that I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Because my fibro flared up because I got rhabdomyolysis, which I have a tendency to get anyway with my muscles. But now that I have other peptides, it helps with my recovery, so I'm all good. But yeah, it's been a long while. I want to say Harper was maybe 2. She's 13. So yeah, I mean, it's been over 10 years.
Yeah. And I mean, I haven't always been in the peptide space. I mean, I've been in the regenerative space as a chiropractor for obviously a very long time. You know, when you're going through this, I mean, I guess, it was 2024 that you reached out to me about peptides. Yeah. What other things did you seek besides peptides, like going through this? Like,
I mean, I tried literally everything. I tried, smoking. I've tried electrotherapy. I tried, what's that numbing stuff that they shoot in your body?
Oh, like lidocaine?
Like lidocaine. They would do
steroid shots?
Like literally everything, and nothing helped. And then, of course, any pill that's like, oh, you see on TikTok or whatever, like, this is a magical, this will heal all your, I mean, I was doing everything.
So what, I guess from there, I mean, and just so that people know, like, I'm in Florida, she's in Iowa.
Yeah.
So we don't see each other every day. And that is, I think, one of the hardest things as siblings too. I mean, we do talk, but we're not always in communication.
Right.
And there was so much that was going on that I didn't know about. And so, what was your turning point that's like, I need to talk to my brother. I need to see what can be done. Was there something that you heard from somebody, or like what brought that to the forefront of your mind? Because
I mean, I knew at that time, that's when like the GLP and everything was coming to the rise, and everybody was like, oh, it's the magical thing to help you like lose weight and this and that. So, and I've always come to you all the time with any kind of stuff like this because I know how knowledgeable you are with it, and you have always been able to give me like a routine or give me a layout, and it's never failed. So you're obviously my first choice to go to do this. And I trust everything that you say because, again, it's never failed me. So that's why I go to you.
Yeah. And so share a little bit. I mean, obviously you've talked already, like just not being comfortable in your skin. And like, where were you? Like, if you're okay with sharing, and like from your weight to and all of that. I mean, and you've mentioned, and you did talk about this. You talked about rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis is something where the muscle tissue is actually being broken down. A lot of times they don't even know the reason why it's happening. Fibromyalgia, obviously, that's a lot of people suffer from fibromyalgia.
A lot of people,
and you had gut issues too.
I had heart issues as well. I mean, I was seeing a specialist they had me on heart medication. I had a fatty liver. I mean, everything inside of me I felt like failing. I felt like my whole system was failing. And, yay.
Kleenex push. There you go.
My whole system was failing. And, that's, a lot of what I was having to go through. And I remember I had gone to the, the specialist for my heart, and doing all these tests, and the medications, the box that I had of just medications, I was like, this can't be right. This can't be normal. Like, I don't want to live like this the rest of my life. And so,
Do you know how many medications you were on?
oh my God, at least 8, 10, like some were just regular vitamins, but I mean, I was on a lot, and now it's half that, and I don't know. It's just, there was that one moment. I just remember when I was in the doctor's office, and my husband was with me, Kurt, and they wanted to check. I just remember, because I had to, take my shirt off, and I was like, oh my God, well, no wonder I'm having heart issues. Look at me, or I see pictures of myself. I'm like, I look unhealthy, and I feel unhealthy, and I'm just, I felt like if I didn't figure out something soon to fix it, I probably was gonna die, or something bad was gonna happen to me. Like, even, Mom and Lindsay were like, we're worried about you. We're worried about you. Like, you can't keep going on like this. But I was so depressed that I felt like I couldn't find a balance. And then, hormones, like I even went to a hormone specialist, and they're like, oh, you need this and this and this. I'm telling you, I did it all, every single doctor. And I mean, obviously I don't take any of that stuff anymore. I don't need to go see those doctors anymore. Because, the peptides have regulated me, and they've helped me so much.
Yeah. And so I am going to ask the question that all of you right now are going to say you're a horrible brother to ask this question, but
oh, you're talking about like how much I weighed?
How much did you weigh?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask that. I want to say my largest, and this was even bigger than when I was 9 months pregnant with my son, and I was a big girl.
And Holden was a big boy.
He was a big boy.
I mean, wasn't he like 900th percentile? When
he's like, yeah, he was outrageous.
Yeah. Well, he's a massive boy now.
He's huge. He's 6'1", and about.
We'll give him 6'1.5". Holden,
he's
if
like,
you're watching,
he's like 240, 245. Yeah. He's just a brick.
Yeah.
And
but he was born that way too. So
yeah, he was born that way. So so my heaviest, not being pregnant, was like 230, 235. Wow. And when I was pregnant, it was like 220, and that's full term, 5 days late, full term.
And you're 5'7",
5'7",
5'8" on a good day.
5'7" on a good
with some stilettos.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah, if I could still get them on my feet, yeah.
So just again, you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's
your body.
You can't move, you can't sleep, you can't. I mean, I was always out of breath, sweating like crazy, just always tired, always worn out. Therefore, I didn't get to do things with my kids, or do things I didn't want to go out in public, because I didn't like anything I put on. I'm wearing muumuus every day, all day, and that obviously didn't help. But I felt like it's the only thing I could put on.
Yeah. What's a muumuu? I'm sorry.
You know what a muumuu is? It's like a really big, like, flowy dress, like a caftan.
Oh, yeah. I wear those all the time. No,
yes.
I don't really wear those.
His favorite is purple.
I do love pink.
Yeah.
But if everybody watches my episode, I think my favorite color is black.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Black is a color in our family.
It actually is.
It is.
And I used to be blonde.
That's true.
Right there, yeah.
Me too. Oh, wait.
Well, so when we sat down, let's go to this like transition point. Then you're at this place, and you're just like, you have to do something different. You give me a call.
Yeah.
And where did we go from there?
Well, I told you all my ailments, what I wanted to fix, and you instantly are like, all right, well, we're gonna do this and this and this and this, and you wrote a whole program. I mean, I remember sitting down on the phone with you. You were at the gym and doing this for me before you went to go like work out or something, or you were waiting for the boys or something. And you sat down, and within 30 minutes, you had this whole thing set up for me. You sent it to me, and it was like boom, boom, boom. And I was like, yes. I was so excited. I was like, my life's gonna change today.
And I remember this conversation. Do you remember? Because I did say this to you. And I remember this clear as day, because I've worked with enough people. I've done one-on-one coaching, consulting, obviously working with clinics now and helping them implement programs. whenever I work with somebody, I say, I'm going to put this program together for you. It's the peptides are going to do the work that they need to do. But everything outside of that, the walking, the nutrition, because I remember I gave you this program. I said, if you're not going to do all of these things,
this other stuff isn't going to
I'm like, it's
help.
not going to work. And I also remember saying, I think I did say this to you. I said, and if you don't do that, I'm not going to help you.
Yes, yes, you did.
Because you came to me at this place of like, I mean, pure desperation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think sometimes people have to get to that point before they really make a life-changing, decision. I think that's honestly one of the saddest things I think in this world, and mainly in America, is that it's like we just push things off and we push things off. We listen to what doctors are saying in this draconian system of fear-mongering and that you're going to get disease, you're going to have this. But our bodies are made to heal.
Yes.
Our bodies are made to do, well, life.
Yes.
And it really does come down to this cellular communication. I talk about this all the time. It's our cells have to communicate. There's typically a dysregulation. There's a misstep, but nobody's broken.
Yeah.
And I believe that more than anything, but we're told we're broken. And so we believe we're broken. And until you can get past that belief system, I'm not broken, I just haven't taken the steps to reconnect what, in a sense, your body already knows what to do.
Yeah.
And so whenever I create a program, my thought process always is, okay, how do we just reconnect how these cells are working and how this communication can come back, even in the midst of all the chaos that's happening inside of you. And so one of my stipulations is, if you don't do this, I'm not going to help you. And you're like, I promise I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And you held to that promise.
I did.
You did.
And I still do. I'm still doing it.
Which is incredible. And it brings joy to my heart because I think my voice just cracked.
You're okay.
Thank you. I'll use my fingers. You can hold that. Okay. Because I have my sister. Like, if we get to the point that our health is so bad that we feel like we need to end our own life because we feel as though people's lives will be better without it. And sometimes those around you don't understand that. They don't get it. Illness and sickness and disease, and it can take people to that place. And I'm just thankful that you're here, that you reached out to me, that we were able to do something. But I'm also more than that thankful that you actually took the steps, because it is you that did it. Yeah. I just gave you the tools, and I'm proud of you. Not that you need that from your brother, but I'm proud of you.
Yes, I do.
I am your older brother, so you'll take that. But I'm proud of you for taking it. And so I know everybody's probably wondering, what did you do? What peptides did you take? What was this? If you're sitting here listening and you're thinking, oh, it's some magic solution. It's not a magic solution. It's simple things that we actually did. And one of the first things that I put you on, in the midst of all of these things that you had going on, I mean, you had from fibromyalgia. And again, I'm going to put a disclaimer right here in this moment. I'm not sitting here saying that these peptides cure, treat, prevent anything. What these peptides did is they reestablish connection and signals within her body that her body already knew what to do. We're just giving it the help to get it into that process. And so, from fibro to heart issues,
fatty liver
issues,
depression, hormone imbalance, obesity. And it just inflammation. And I think that's the key one right there, inflammation. And so we call it inflammaging is one term that I've used a lot. But inflammation creates chaos within a system and within our cellular system. Inflammation is like the static on a radio, so you can't hear the signal or the noise that's coming through. And so my biggest thing, first and foremost, was how do we subdue this inflammation? And I know weight was a big thing for you. I hate the term weight loss because weight loss is losing everything. In fact, most people don't realize when you lose weight, typically you're losing muscle tissue before you lose the fat tissue. You had liver issues. Your body wasn't detoxing. It wasn't cleansing. And so the very first thing that we looked at was Retta. And so
with that, I started you on a very low dose. In fact, what was really cool is that we really didn't increase that dose at all
No.
for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And you still were getting incredible results. And
Yeah.
and so many people think, more is better in almost everything.
Right.
And we kept things very, very steady and very low. In fact, if people are wanting to know, it was 2 milligrams once a week. Or we did 1 milligram twice a week. We kind of shifted it a little bit to
just
adjust.
To kinda,
So that was one. And the reason for that, do you remember why I told you that we wanted to start with that? If you don't, it's okay.
I don't.
Fail. Jeez, man. You're supposed to know this inside and out. But it really is about insulin regulation and inflammatory regulation. I knew that you had some muscle issues with the rhabdomyocytis history and things like that. The doctors couldn't even figure out why that was happening. But they still put you on medications, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here, we don't know why. Just take this. Well, does this work for this? Well, I don't know. Just take it, and we're going to go from there.
They're like, just drink plenty of water, and the only exercise you can do is yoga and Pilates, which I love doing anyway. But I'm used to, like, hit workouts and hitting things and
Who are you
pull-ups
hitting?
and, like,
Kurt?
no, only in my sleep.
Yeah, high intensity workouts
Yes,
and going,
yeah.
and that was taken away from you.
Yeah. And I felt like everything was being taken away from me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so with Retta talking about it's basically this combination. You guys, your IGF, IGF-1L3 is a separate one that we'll talk about, but glucagon, the GLP scenario, glucagon receptors, this trifecta of work to help balance inflammation, regulation, increase your metabolism at the same time. We also looked at AOD 9604.
Love AOD.
Which AOD 9604 is to me, it's a really cool peptide that most people understand. It's how AOD works. It actually stands for anti-obesity drug 9604. It actually works on lipolysis, breakdown of fat tissue. And how I describe it is it's like from the muscle out. So the fat tissue that's between the skin and the muscle. This is not like pot belly fat. This is like love handle fat.
Internally,
well, it's like the love handle, what we call Dunlap disease.
Yes. Okay, Dad.
Yeah. I got Dunlap disease. What's that? It's when my handles have Dunlapped over my belt. Dunlap disease. Yeah. So it's that. It's the extra fat like on the tricep, the inner thighs, outer thighs. This is where like AOD to me really comes into play. Another side with Retta, which is really cool, is it does help with liver function. It helps with a lot of different things, and more research is going to be coming out on that. But briefly, so AOD. So it was a low dose of Retta, a baseline dose of AOD 9604, which was 300 micrograms. You were doing that daily.
Still do.
And so that holds that. And it also holds, and I still don't want to say stop, but it allows the body to not produce more of that type of fat. So it kind of holds that back. This is not for you, but AOD is incredible just in the fact that there's great research on that with combining it with hyaluronic acid for joints. So like actual injections in the joint space, super
Which
cool.
actually does help me with my, everything.
And it's a fragment of growth hormone without the growth hormone section that's needed. So it's just fat lipolysis. So to me, that was like your base of where you're at. It's like inflammation, liver, the fat breakdowns. When I say I don't like the word weight loss, I like the word fat loss because that's ultimately the goal of what we're going for.
Yeah.
And but then there are a few others that you're like, oh, but I want this.
BPC, MOTC.
And
which one?
Copper.
Oh, the copper. Love the copper.
Yeah.
NAD plus. What's the Mela?
Well, we added melanotan 2 later.
Because that's fun.
I know. The tan.
The tan.
I mean, it's the trifecta of peptides.
Yeah.
You get a tan, a little less appetite, and increases libido.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, that's.
I mean, if those are the side effects.
Should we call that the Miami peptide?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. That's the new one. That's the Miami peptide. But with that, I don't even think though. I mean, these are all the peptides that you have. So we're talking October of 2024 is when we started this program. You had to go out. You had to start walking.
Yep.
Increasing your water intake, increasing your protein intake. We cleaned up your nutrition. We didn't clean up your diet because what is diet? Diet, okay, if you take the T off, it's called die.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not trying to die here. We want to change nutrition. And so we increase your protein.
Yeah, because I'm a foodie. I love food.
Yeah.
And
more than Kurt?
Oh, yeah. Kurt's not a big foodie at all. I'm a huge foodie.
That's not what I meant.
Oh,
you
what?
love food more than Kurt.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Now we're back on track.
Yeah, we're back on track. Okay. So I was like, because that was another thing too before doing this is mom's like, you need to change your diet. I'm like, but I feel like I can't do anything. Like I can't have anything. What am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
And again, it was just like another thing that I felt like was bringing me down. And I mean, those peptides those are the bread and butter is what I was talking about.
That was your start.
Yeah.
And we did start with BPC because of your joint inflammation, the pain that you were dealing with,
Yeah.
fibromyalgia, to help reduce some of that inflammation, joint issues. I did get NAD right away as well, just because of ATP production, getting energy, because you were down. You couldn't get up and couldn't get going. Share with people that are listening, at what point, once you started, did you start to have this aha, well, this is working?
Within
Things
10
are
days.
changing.
Within 10 days.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, immediately. I was like, oh, okay, well, I feel a little lighter today, and I refused to step on a scale. Well, I only did it for...
Because I was monitoring it.
Yes, monitoring. But even now I don't. I just go by how my clothes fit and how I feel within my body. And I, for the longest time, wasn't even able to wear my wedding ring. And within 2 weeks, I was like, oh, I can get my wedding ring on now. Okay, so that's kind of how I started noticing it. But it was within 10 days.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, there's a little pep in my step. And I was like, let's go for a walk. And then it makes you want to do... I just got goosebumps. Makes you want to do more of it. Makes you want to go on more walks. And I started doing 2 walks a day, 4 miles each. And then just because I enjoyed it so much. And even, I mean, who doesn't love protein, But
apparently some people
don't. I know.
Vegans?
That's true. Well, tofu, that's protein, isn't it?
No, they're called toe food.
Oh, okay. Stop it. But I liked it, and I drink water heavily anyway. And that was before I was like, am I drinking too much water? Because I always feel like I'm waterlogged or just swollen. Yeah. But no, I needed it, and so it was an, I don't know if I want to say instant gratification, but it was pretty instant. Obviously, you have to give everything time to really go in, but my body responded to it immediately. Yeah. And like I said, within 10 days, I had lost a significant amount of fat, which is
actually really quick. So if you're listening, I mean, typically it's not a super rapid, fast process. Everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's different.
I think what happens so often is, I mean, people started seeing you and are like, I remember you called me people are asking what's happening.
They're like,
what's
oh
going
my
on?
gosh, you look good. And
but then,
okay.
but then everybody wants the same result just as quick, just as fast.
Yeah.
And I think to set a reality tone for all of this too is to just let people know
it's not always
it is different for every single person.
Yeah.
But people come with the expectation of, oh, if I do what she does, it's going to happen exactly the same. Now, that kind of that Retta AOD program that I started with you, I mean, I've had clinics implement that. I've helped other people with it. And it's a very powerful kind of accelerator pushing people in, especially when they're in this place of where you were at.
Yeah.
So
it's like my body wanted it. It's like, finally.
Well, what's crazy is, our body produces peptides, and you know this. It's, again, why and what I feel, again, I'm not going back into the science side of this, but when your body finally gets the signals that it's been asking for so long, pain is just a signal telling your body something's wrong. It's the SOS.
Oh, yeah.
And not just the pain, but any dysfunction. And I think that's one of the clarifying things that I always try to bring up. Heart disease. I mean, the minor things, having liver enzymes. Lab tests tell us that the signals are off. And so that's why we take some of these tests or do some of these tests, whether it's basic blood work or metabolomics tests, some of these DNAs, it just tells us a switch has been flipped off somewhere. Something isn't working. And because of that, that's when that chaos, even the big C word, people talk about cancer. All cancer is a dysregulation of cellular activity. It's like the cells aren't dead and dying. They're not going away. Well, how do we shut that off? I mean, that's the big question now. They figured out in other countries. I'm going to go off on a tangent here, so I'm going to come back.
Sounds good. Do it.
Too excited. That's a whole other episode. But So we started with, again, the Retta, the AOD, BPC. We were doing like 500. And here's the thing. I always start really low on peptides. I work my way up if I feel it's necessary. I mean, we went months.
I would say maybe 3 months.
3-4 months without increasing Retta at all. And even when we did, we only doubled it. So from 2 to 4. The BPC, we were doing like 500 micrograms just once a day. We weren't even doing twice a day.
Yeah.
Your inflammation was going down. We then added in down the road, I know MOT-C, which I believe you enjoyed that one. That's a mitochondrial peptide.
I do. I mean, all the ones that I've mentioned that I know, those are like my go-tos.
Where
the
you
ones
kind of cycle around.
Yeah. They're like my favorite things. Yeah. And even as it, I mean, how many years have I been in this? 3 years?
It's 2027.
Okay.
So
it's 26. It's not 27.
I know. I'm messing with you. We're at 2026. But the big story that I really share is, so from October of basically 2024 to
Christmas.
Okay, let's go to Christmas.
Let's go to that Christmas.
Done.
From October to that Christmas, that December, it was my 40th birthday party. It was my 40th birthday, yes. Oh, yeah. And I was so pumped because I actually looked really good. And I think I was down at least 30 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah.
Was it 30? Maybe more than that, maybe 45. But in total, I've lost like 80 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I still remember you sharing this story because I kept saying, send me some pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Send
and I was like,
pictures.
Okay. And I was like, okay.
Before you're like, do I have to?
I know. I was really
like, yes,
nervous.
We're going to set a base here.
Yeah, progression pictures. Yes. And I was like, ugh. But then I was like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so your birthday. And then obviously your journey continued. And I still remember it was May of 25. We were talking. Yeah. I just remember it was May. You were at 145? Yeah, 145
I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get on the scale and just see. And I sent you a message like, I'm at 145. I don't think I had weighed that since like high school or college or something like that. And you're like, wow. And I was like, yeah, wow is right. And it was the best feeling I've ever had.
How has this transformed your life?
I mean, I feel like, I think in every aspect. I think with just personally, mentally, and physically, it has transformed me. Like like I said before, I feel like I'm finally who I'm supposed to be. I feel comfortable in my skin. And I feel confident. I feel good. I know my insides, my body is working the way it should always be working, without the help of other things that aren't good for you, in my opinion. But I mean, it's completely changed my life. My marriage, amazing, so good. My relationship with my children. I mean, it's like I love going and doing all these things with them now, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. You know, it's just everything, and you know, I just feel like if my story or whatever what I did can help anybody else, especially when they're feeling as low as I was, and when you feel like there's no way out of it, I hope that this can help other people, because it was so life-changing and transforming for me. I mean, I'm obsessed with peptides now. It's like, it goes through my head all the time. And now my mom's like, I've never heard you talk so passionately about peptides before, or about anything like this. I'm like, because it's the real deal. Like, it helps. It changed my life, and I feel amazing. And she's like, okay. And then she was like, okay, well, maybe I want to do it too. And I'm like, well, yeah, you probably should. So, and then everybody got on board. My husband got on board. My son wants to get on board. And my mom, my stepdad, everybody's like, okay, let's get on board now. I'm like, you should have 3 years ago, but go on.
So you keep saying my mom. What about my mom?
No, she's mine. I am her favorite, though.
Oh. Right. Well, we can discuss that later.
Okay.
And I think, and that's, again, when people around you can actually see that transformation, outside of, your passion for peptides, like, how has it transformed even, because again, there are so many people that say, what about the other things in life that have gotten you there to the point of like your nutrition habits, your exercise habits? Like,
oh yeah.
what have you seen, like even just your mindset about those things, and almost say like peptides are a gateway to better things in life, such as better exercise habits, better
Yeah.
nutrition habits,
Yeah.
and not being on the same peptides all the time, transitioning and shifting, even stepping back on some of them. Like, how has that transitioned even your mentality on how you eat? You say you're a foodie, all these other things.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, and I've done that. Like, I've cut back on some peptides, or I've switched them up, or I would go, instead of doing it like every day, I'd go like once every other day, or instead of once a week, I'd go every 2 weeks, just to kind of change it up a little bit, because, I also want my body to do its own thing too. And obviously the peptides, amp that up for me. But just it's weird how it like makes your mindset change and your body react differently to like food. Like I don't really like fast food anymore. I'm like, ugh, it's gross to me. And I just noticed that my habits have been either healthier. It's definitely a lot less. Like I'm like, oh, a normal portion is like a salad plate portion. Like that's a normal portion instead of those ginormous plates, which I don't even know why we have ginormous plates. It's weird.
That's a whole other peptide episode.
But just realizing what I was actually putting in my mouth, what I was doing to my body with the foods that I was eating. Because my mom's like, I don't think you realize like what you're putting in your body. Like, because I was just unconsciously eating. Is that what the word? Like, what would I, like mindlessly eating? Like I would just go open the fridge, shut it, go to the cabinets, open, shut it, and just kind of go back and forth for no reason. I wasn't hungry. I just was doing it.
Yeah.
And it definitely helped my mind realize what I actually need and what I don't need. And with my gut health too, that also helped me. I knew when to stop eating.
Yeah.
And I knew what I could and couldn't eat. So, I mean, and now that just carries on. Now it's just like my way of doing things. Like if I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry. I don't need to eat anything. Just because it's lunchtime doesn't mean I need to eat lunch.
Right.
Just because they say eat breakfast doesn't mean I have to eat breakfast. If I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
So that helped. That helped a lot. And, it's obviously that's why I lost a lot of weight and I feel real good.
So here's a question for you. This wasn't on, I had a bunch of questions I was going to ask, and I just put them away because I didn't want to go through it. But do you think you would have had the same outcome without guidance, without having some, like myself, helping you through this by helping guide you through what peptides to take, how to take those peptides, how to implement these things, in a sense of like, if I wasn't there and you just went online, bought them, and just started, do you feel your outcome would have been the same?
No.
Why?
Because if I went out and just bought, I need education. Like I want to be educated because I feel like, if you're just going out and getting something from Joe Schmo or whatever, like, and not knowing what you need to do or how to like maintain it, or what if you need less or if you need more? I don't know. I just don't think I would have. Like it's a guide. I needed the guidance. Obviously, otherwise I would have been able to do it myself a long time ago.
Yeah.
Without you.
Yeah.
But having that laid out for me, it was more motivation for me. It's like having a team member, somebody keeping you accountable, and it's what I needed.
Yeah. When to me, I ask that question because I think it's important for people to understand that I believe you put the work in. Mm-hmm. You did. Mm-hmm. But there is a structure that needs to be set for you to be able to put the work in, and guidance, especially with peptides, because as safe as I always talk about how they are and how well they work, we can also say that there's been a couple times where you've taken a peptide and you've had
a reaction.
Mm-hmm. And if you had nobody to talk to,
if I had nobody to talk to, and of course I called you and you talked me through it, all of it, I probably would have thought I'm dying or something. Like I need to go to the emergency room or whatever. But really, it's just you know short term.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have anybody to tell me, like what would I have done?
And that
freak
was,
out.
Specifically with, and every peptide is a little bit different. Its reaction to the body.
Yeah.
That was a growth hormone secretagogue peptide. Specifically CJC 1295 that we went through, where your body had a histamine response because your body can have certain antibodies to, again, even certain peptides, which is why.
Well, and I accidentally doubled the dose.
Well, yeah, and that happens too, which again.
It's why you need guidance.
You still need somebody that you can reach out to, because I've done that before.
Yeah.
And I know what I'm doing. And sometimes it's just by accident. But I think it's important, obviously, to have that guidance and make sure that, again, those safety measures are in place.
Yeah.
So I'm just so glad that you came on.
I'm glad too. We finally got to do this.
I know. We've only been talking about it for like 2 weeks. No,
2 years.
2 years. But Leah, I just truly, I love you. I'm grateful for you, for who you are, your passion now, obviously, for peptides and just transformation in people's lives. And I'm honored that you said yes, that you would come on and share your story with everybody here that's listening, because I've always said this. The moment I get up on stage and started, from the moment I first started speaking, I said, if there was one person that I could help transform their life, or even just think about something new or different that could maybe take them from that place, like where you were, to a new place, and maybe bring some hope, not that we live on hopium. We do have to have a process.
Right.
But, hope is important. And I think that we are too often told that we're just going to get sick, that it's just the way that it is. And we're given empty solutions. And I say empty solutions where it's just the next drug or the next drug or the next, just drink more of this and just start doing this. Again, it just, one person, if we could just change the life of one person, and that's what I'm hoping from this podcast, that it can actually transform one person's life.
Yeah.
And so thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love you, brother.
Oh, me too. So we'll have to do an episode next where we have the other two sisters and maybe mom. So
that would be fun.
That would be a whole fun one, because basically everybody in the family has pretty much been on their own journey with this as well. So again, thank you so much.
Of course.
And I love you.
I love you.
And,
thank you.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a follow-up here down the road. But
sounds good.
All right. Everybody, thank you so much for listening to this episode. If anything in this episode, touched your heart or you related to anything, please make sure that you're subscribing. Make sure that you share it with somebody, because this could transform the lives of somebody that you love, or maybe somebody that you don't know. But please make sure that you share it, and let's get the message out. Thank you.